of our program graduates today will also receive a credential from Innovate Birmingham. The web development class will be certified by UAB's Dean of the Klatt School of Business, Dr. Eric Jack, and the data analytics class will be certified by Microsoft. I'd now like to introduce one of our board members and longtime Innovate Birmingham partners, Chris Sims, CEO of Sagayo and Kavu. Thanks to their generous support, all of our graduates today will also receive a 6-month membership to Kavu, which will help promote their continued learning. This membership includes on-demand courses, regular group coaching sessions, access to their social platform, and a spot in their Scrum Bootcamp, which includes a registered product owner and registered Scrum Master credential. So Chris, I'll hand it off to you.
Catherine, thank you very much. And on behalf of a thriving Birmingham tech community, congratulations, Cohort 15. This is a huge accomplishment, and we're excited to see what you've learned, and we're proud to be some of the first ones to welcome you into our tech ecosystem. Without a doubt, the last few months have been intense, and maybe even at times just a little bit overwhelming. But nothing worth having was ever easy, and I can't wait to see all the time, frustration, persistence, and endurance come to fruition as you each demo your work. It's opportunities like this that remind me how proud I am to work with Innovate Birmingham and to support you on your journey ahead. The Innovate Birmingham program is a crucial component in Birmingham tech ecosystem as a first step in developing a strong and viable technical workforce. It's an honor to serve on its board, and we're excited to see this program continue to grow and to prosper. For many of you, this is your first demo day. Some of you out here are calm, cool, collected, and you're ready for anything. But some of you, though, are a lot more like me the last time I had to do something like this. Your Apple Watch is shouting at you because it's extremely concerned about the speed of your heart rate. So let me put all of your concerns and fears at ease. Yes, something is about to go completely and totally wrong. Something's going to be completely unexpected. It's going to happen. No matter how long you've been doing things like this or who you are, when you put yourself out there, fate's really good at teaching you how to have a sense of humor. So I want you to take a minute and consider this feeling, the anticipation, the excitement, the nervousness, that feeling deep down in the pit of your stomach. And I want you to remember that. And I want you to realize that this feeling is the feeling of doing something big. And it's moments like this that allow us to grow and to evolve. Now, take a slow, deep breath, put a big smile on your face, and realize this. Each of you here has already accomplished something significant today. This is a big leap on your growth journey, but remember, that growth journey didn't start here, and it definitely does not end here. You must always be pushing yourself to grow. Strive each day to be just a little bit better than you were the day before, and when you do that, you'll continue to go far. To the talented and passionate Innovate Birmingham team, your dedication to fostering the future of Birmingham tech ecosystem is critical in the continued growth and success of that system. As trainers, coaches, leaders, and counselors, your engagement is a vital component in ensuring a thriving tech economy. Birmingham's business community cannot succeed without a vibrant workforce. And your service and continues to speed the evolution and growth of that workforce. We thank you for that service and that dedication to success. Now, for everyone else here that's watching today, I want you to write down the names of each person that presents today. These are your future developers, your future entrepreneurs, your designers, your influencers. Each person here is joining our tech community. And as a member of that community, it's on us to support them on their journey. Thank you to everyone for attending Demo Day today. We appreciate your support of this cohort's commitment to sacrifice, to expand their capabilities in their future. And now, without further ado, on with the show.
Thank you so much, Chris. And so now I am honored to introduce Taylor Abney to get things started with our data analytics class. Taylor is the instructor from Think Data Solutions, and he will get things kicked off for the class.
Hey, thanks so much, Catherine. Good morning, everyone. And again, welcome to Cohort 15's Demo Day. Again, I'm Taylor Abney, and I'm the instructor for the data class. So over the past 14 weeks, I've gotten to watch each of these students learn and grow into aspiring data analysts, from getting certified in Microsoft Excel to SQL query design to Power BI visualizations. This group has had a lot of info thrown at them in a short amount of time, and I couldn't be prouder of what they've accomplished. At this time, I'd also like to say a special thanks to my TAs, Adrian Drain and Jesse McGarity, because without their help, none of today would be possible. Today's presentations will use the skills these students have learned to analyze Alabama census data, with groups focusing on demographics, education, large city profiles, and business and opportunity. To the Cohort 15 students, today is a culmination of 14 weeks of extremely hard work and dedication, and I want to congratulate you on making it to this point. We can't wait to see what you guys do next as you go forward in your data career. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to our first team, Barbara, Kayla, and Autumn, and they will be handling our county demographics. So Barbara, take it away. Barbara, you are on mute.
Thanks very much, Taylor. Good morning, everyone. I'm Barbara Clark. I'd like to welcome you all to our presentation this morning. Thank you so much to the judges for being with us today. Before I begin, though, we'd like to express our gratitude to our instructors and all the staff here at Innovate Birmingham. Just as this presentation is our project, we students were theirs, and we just really appreciate all the help and support we've received over these past few weeks. Now, demographics are more than just statistics. A county's demographic makeup influences so many things like voting patterns and the availability of a skilled workforce. But never forget there are actual people behind the numbers. So accurate knowledge of an area's population is the basis for decisions that affect real lives for decades. I'll begin our presentation on Central Alabama's county demographics with an overview of population changes over the past 10 years, focusing on Jefferson, Shelby, Tuscaloosa, St. Clair, Blount, and Walker counties. All data we'll present is from the U.S. Census. Population estimates for Central Alabama were 1.6 million in 2010 and 1.3 million in 2019, a growth rate of 3.1%. The Birmingham and Tuscaloosa metro areas accounted for most of Central Alabama's population, with Jefferson, Shelby, and Tuscaloosa counties contributing around 84% to the total population of Central Alabama in 2019. St. Clair, Walker, and Blount, with a combined total of 16.3%, contributed nearly as much as Shelby or Tuscaloosa alone. Factors contributing to population change include natural increase or births and deaths, migration, which is moving to or from different areas. This could be domestic migration, moving from place to place in the same country, or international migration, moving to or from another country. One domestic migration trend that emerged was the exodus of people from Jefferson County, which had negative domestic migration across all years. Shelby, St. Clair, and Tuscaloosa are trending upwards, while Blount and Walker counties' rates held fairly steady. In international migration, Jefferson, Shelby, and Tuscaloosa counties had quite high rates of people coming in from other countries. There was little to no change for Walker, Blount, and St. Clair over time, but something else of note was the marked decrease and leveling off of international migration after 2016. The large amount of international migration into Jefferson County still wasn't enough to balance domestic migration away, and Jefferson County has had a large loss of population in net migration. Walker County's net migration was also negative, although their international migration rates, as seen in the previous slides, were fairly stable. In natural population changes, there were consistent birth rates in all counties except Blount and Walker, with Shelby and Tuscaloosa trading second and third place between 2011 and 2014. Death rates have increased over time across all counties, except for a dip in Blount County's rate and a rise in St. Clair's from 2018 to 2019. Examining net population change over time, another noticeable trend is that Walker County's death rate exceeds its birth rate every year since 2010. In conclusion, Jefferson, Blount, and Walker counties are shrinking, while Shelby and Tuscaloosa are growing. Migration away from Jefferson and rising death rates in Blount and Walker County are causing large population decreases in these areas, while more people are moving to Shelby and Tuscaloosa. Next, Kayla is going to discuss more details about Central Alabama at the county level. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Barbara. Hello, everyone. I'm Kayla White, and I'll be presenting the age and race demographics for 2010 and 2019. Other than in Tuscaloosa County, where the 15 to 24 age range is greater, there were fairly even amounts of each age group in each county in 2010. Tuscaloosa County's greater influx of the 15 to 24 age group is due to the fact that it is home to the biggest college in the state, Roll Tide. In 2019, we can see that not much has changed in the past decade, though there is a 2% decrease in Shelby County for the 14 and under age range, and almost 3% decrease in Tuscaloosa County for the 15 to 24 age range. Side by side, these two charts don't appear to be any different. In 2010, I was part of the 14 and under age group in Shelby County. In 2019, I have been a part of the 15 to 24 age group, and I still am. I'm sure everyone can relate to these graphs in one way or another. As you can see, the majority of the residents in Central Alabama are white, and the second majority are Black, with smatterings of other races in between. Jefferson and Tuscaloosa County have a greater population of Black people, with Jefferson being almost equal to the white population. Looking in 2019, there isn't much difference, though Shelby County saw an almost 2% increase in the Black population, with Tuscaloosa County seeing the same increase of 2%. Next to each other, while there isn't a significant amount of change, there is still a change. Autumn will now give more details about Central Alabama.
Thanks, Kayla. Hi, I'm Autumn Laws Douglas, and I will be leading you through voting blocks, educational attainment, and household income. On this slide, I needed a chart to clearly show rank, so I chose a ribbon chart because the largest group will always be put on top. Let's look at the bottom ribbon first. We can see 45 to 64-year-olds make up the largest voting block in every county but one. If we take a look at the green ribbon, representing 18 to 29-year-old voters, you can see a stark change in rank for Tuscaloosa. Earlier displayed by Kayla, 20.2% of Tuscaloosa's population in 2019 are 15 to 24. This was Tuscaloosa's largest age group, not only that year, but every year during the 2010 to 2019 census. Tuscaloosa is also home to Alabama University, which might explain why we see this change in rank. Moving up, in the top chart, we can see in every county more women vote than men, with an average difference of 5.8% more. With this data, a politician canvassing in Central Alabama may want to cater their speaking points firstly to women between 45 to 64 years of age, unless they're in Tuscaloosa, in which case it may be best to focus their efforts on campuses to better reach those 18 to 29-year-olds. Next, we're going to look at educational attainment. Looking at the chart on the left, we can see the percent of people who have achieved each level educationally. Walker and Blount have the highest rate of less than high school graduates at 9% and 10% respectively. To put that into perspective, that means about 1 in every 10 students didn't graduate. In 2019, 76% of people did not fall into the bachelor degree or higher category as shown in the pie chart. Thankfully, options for people to gain the skills they need without going to college have been increasing. And as someone who's been job hunting, I can tell you many job listings state they require a 4-year degree. Given all of this, employers might have an easier time filling positions if they focus their job listings on provable skills rather than academic degrees. In the previous slide, we saw that Shelby County had the highest percent of people with bachelor's degrees or higher at 30%. This could explain why 51.67% of Shelby County's population has a household income of at least $75,000 a year, or vice versa. In conclusion, from everyone on the county demographics team, we want to say thank you for your time and attention. We hope that as you listen to other presentations today, you keep these characteristics in mind when Central Alabama counties are brought up. While demographic data does not always yield perfect answers, it can do a great deal to get us asking questions we didn't know to be asking in the first place. And with that, I'll pass it back to Taylor Abney.
All right, thanks so much, Autumn. That was a great job, demographics team. It's really been amazing to see, and this goes for all projects, how these have developed from the beginning to this point. So it's been really great to watch you guys work. Next up, we're going to have our education group, which is going to be Nally, Caitlin, and Ashley. So Nally, you can go ahead and get us kicked off.
Thank you, Taylor. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nally Neighbors, and here with me today, I have Caitlin Moore and Ashley Hill-Gordon. On behalf of our group, we would like to say thank you to each of you for being here with us. We are pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us since the beginning of the cohort, and we'd also like to say thank you to the judges for being here. We started out with some pretty big ideas. We were going to focus on 3 counties, and what you see here is the population statistics of these counties over a 5-year time period, 2015 to 2019. We narrowed it down to Jefferson County, Madison County, and Baldwin County. Because we wanted to focus on education, we started looking at the enrollment of the students in these counties. We found some additional education data that we're going to share a little bit later in our presentation. And just so you'll know, this data was from the 2018 to 2019 school year. We had a lot of data, so we had to narrow our focus down, and we started to look at the poverty rates of the 3 counties we originally had selected. With Jefferson County being near and dear to our hearts, and having the highest poverty rate of the 3 counties, we decided to dig down deeper into Jefferson County. When looking at Jefferson County, we wanted to look at 4 different school districts. We picked Mountain Brook City, Hoover City, Jefferson County, and Birmingham City. To get a better understanding of these districts, we examined some of the demographics within each area. Areas of focus we looked at from the National Center for Education Statistics are total population, median household income, total households, and finally, access to broadband internet. First up, we have Mountain Brook City. As you can see here, the total population is approximately 20,400, with a median household income of 152,000. The total households are approximately 7,300, with 92% having access to broadband internet. Next, we have Hoover City with a total population of approximately 84,200 with a median household income of 89,000. The total households are approximately 32,000 with 93% having broadband internet access. Looking within Jefferson County School District, we have the largest population at approximately 230,000 with a median household income of 58,000. There are approximately 89,300 total households with 82% having access to broadband internet. And lastly, we have Birmingham City with the second largest population at approximately 212,000 with a median household income of 37,400. There are approximately 91,000 total households and 72% have broadband access. When looking at these numbers, you will notice some stark differences. While Mountain Brook City has the lowest total population, they also have the highest median household income and highest access to broadband. Birmingham City has the second largest total population, but has the lowest median household income and lowest access to broadband. After reviewing this data, we wanted to see if there were correlations between these household characteristics and student performance. I'm going to pass it over to you, Caitlin, to share what we found.
Thanks, Nally. Hi, I'm Caitlin Moore, and I'll be breaking down report cards for the 4 school districts. We pulled information provided by the Alabama Department of Education. The report cards measure reading, math, and science proficiency. First up, we have Mountain Brook City Schools with 82% proficiency in reading, 88% in math, and 81% in science. Now I'm going to look at Hoover City Schools. They have a 65% reading proficiency rate, 70% in math, and 59% in science. Let's take a look at Jefferson County. They have a 36% reading proficiency rate, 33% in math, and 30% in science. Last but not least, we will take a look at Birmingham City Schools. They have a 23% reading proficiency rate, 21% in math, and 16% in science. While Mountain Brook has a lower student population, they have a higher proficiency rate. Jefferson County and Birmingham has a higher student population, yet they have a notably lower proficiency rate. We can't tell you why these occur, but we can tell you what characteristics we have seen, and we thought it would be impactful to show you the reverse card. You heard us say that Jefferson County has a 36% proficiency in reading. That means 63% are not reading proficiently. 66% are not proficient in math, and 69% in science. 76% of students in Birmingham City schools aren't reading at a proficient rate, 78% in math, and 83% in science. We found that when people report achievement, that sometimes to really drive it home, you have to read it in reverse. For a deeper dive into factors that impact education, let me turn it over to Ashley.
Ashley, you're muted.
My apologies. Hi, I'm Ashley Hill Gordon. These districts are 6 miles from each other, yet they are worlds apart. Yeah, I will be focusing on the factors that affect educational success. And after my team and Caitlin's presentation, these are certainly worth discussing. I present to you a tale of two districts. One district boasts beautiful high-value properties, while the other district fights blight, having many abandoned houses and tax delinquent properties. With school funding determined by property value and tax revenue, the ideal situation for a school district is people living in habitable homes and, most importantly, paying their property taxes. Let's dig deeper into educational funding. While Birmingham City has drastically more students to serve with approximately 23,000 students enrolled as compared to Mountain Brook's 4,000, Birmingham City spends less per student annually, approximately $10,000 per student.
I can take it over for Ashley. Birmingham City spends about $10,000 per student and $14,000 is spent on students in Mountain Brook City. Next, we'll go over to Birmingham has a current initiative, the Birmingham Promise, designed to entice students to enroll in city schools. Keeping enrollment numbers high means retaining current funding. However, the total numbers of students enrolled in each district also affects the student-teacher ratio. Birmingham has a current ratio of 19 students per teacher, with Mountain Brook having lower rates of 13 students to 1 teacher. Smaller class sizes are known to improve education performance. There is another huge factor in educational success that does not factor into school funding. The factor is drastically different between the districts. It is the number of students living in poverty. Shown here in the red is the percentage of students living in poverty. Educating impoverished students offers its own special set of burdens on a school system. What would happen if school funding was based on poverty rates? Why does this matter? It matters because when it comes to federal funding and national rankings, when it comes to attracting talent, residents, and businesses, no one sees Madison County or Baldwin County or Birmingham or Hoover or Mountain Brook. They don't see the school districts. They see the whole of Alabama. Thank you for listening to us today.
Great job, education group. Next up, we're going to have our large city profile group, Esau, Marcus, and Daryl. So Esau, you can go ahead and get us started.
Thanks, Taylor. Hi, my name is Esau Parker, and today I'll be showing the population changes in the top 5 cities across Alabama in the last 10 years. The top 5 cities are Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, Huntsville, and Tuscaloosa. As you can see from this visual showing Birmingham's population estimates from 2010 to 2019, the city's overall population has stayed nearly the same, only dropping about 2,900 over the last decade, bringing the total population estimates from 212,000 to 209,000. Next, we have Montgomery and Mobile. Montgomery is one of the cities that displays a more noticeable decrease in population over the last 10 years, suffering a loss of over 7,000 residents, bringing the population from around 205,000 down to around 198,000. Like Montgomery, the census data from Mobile has also been showing consistent decline in overall population, dropping from 194,000 in 2010 and decreasing each year to 188,000 in 2019. Next, I'll show Huntsville and Tuscaloosa. Huntsville is one of Alabama's growing cities, as shown from its continuous increase of residents over the last decade, gaining around 2,000 to 3,000 each year, going from 180,000 residents to over 200,000. Tuscaloosa and Huntsville, in comparison to Montgomery and Mobile, are opposites of each other. One pair is showing a continuous decline, while the other shows a steady increase in population. In the last 10 years, Tuscaloosa's population has peaked over the 100,000 mark, starting at around 90,000 and increasing to over 101,000. For a little more detail in this change in population, I'll hand it off to Marcus. Thank you.
Thank you, Esau. So in this presentation, I will be going over comparisons in the population between counties. I will be showing a breakdown of a few different counties with the top city in each county and showing data to showcase why the population has shown changes over time. Here we have 6 of the top counties in the state of Alabama. I am showing this chart to give a comparison in not only numbers, but in the increase and decline over the years. I've made 3 points in a 10-year period to show what the population has been like over time. Blue represents the beginning of the time span starting at 2010, orange represents the middle for the year of 2015, and gray represents the end of the 10-year period for the year of 2019. In these next slides, I will showcase the 3 counties that have the top 3 cities in the state of Alabama. Montgomery County is the 5th largest county in Alabama. Montgomery City resides in this county with a population of 200,603 for the year 2020. However, Montgomery City's population is projected to fall under 200,000 for the first time since 1999. This is partially due to Montgomery being close to reaching full employment and not having enough jobs to support migration to the city. With the lack of funding for education and an abundance of special needs and poverty-stricken people, the city's reputation has become well known, leading to lack of migration and people moving from the area. Madison County is the 3rd largest county in the state of Alabama and is home to now the largest city in Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama has the highest city population in Alabama, with a count for 2020 being at 215,006. Huntsville has had a rapid rise in population numbers over the years due to its strong employment growth, steady home sales, and its educational background. The city's employment numbers have already returned to pre-COVID levels, where the U.S. is still struggling to get back to that point. The city is constantly expanding, whether it's with housing or jobs, and is continuing to show rapid growth even to this day. And Jefferson County is the largest county in Alabama and is home to the 2nd largest city in the state. Birmingham has a population of 200,733 for the year of 2020 and has had more of a decline than increase over the years. This is due to the death rate being higher than the birth rate and migration from the city being at an all-time high. These problems, paired with the crime rate, failing education, and unaffordable housing, has been causing the number to fluctuate between positive and negative, with the negative being the bigger portion. Although there are talks of turning Birmingham back into the magic city, if change doesn't happen soon, the decline could continue to be greater than the increase. Now I'll be giving it over to Daryl so that he may expand on the income-based changes in some of these cities.
Thank you, Marcus. As Marcus said, my name is Daryl, and I'll briefly be discussing some visualizations created using US Census data from 2010 to 2019. The first visual that I'm going to look at is a box plot of income brackets for residents of the 7 largest cities in Alabama: Birmingham, Huntsville, Mobile, Montgomery, Tuscaloosa, Hoover, and Dothan. And on that y-axis, you'll see a percentage, which breaks down the residents into the income brackets. They start at less than 10,000 and go all the way to $200,000 or more. These box plots will break up that data into quartiles, so you can see that distribution not only of income, but over time as those incomes move. A few key pieces of information that I want to point out are around the top and the bottom. The numbers in the lowest bracket on the next visual show income brackets or income buckets of up to 10,000 and from 10,000 to 15,000. So this would be anybody below $15,000 a year annually. And this is households. So household incomes under 15,000. And what that looks like from 2011 to 2019. And it's kind of sad to say that it hasn't changed that much at that bottom level. And we've seen quite a bit of, I guess, news and headlines around the Magic City and this, a lot of things coming here. But what we see is the income inequality, or the that bottom rung of incomes kind of being static throughout the state, and especially in Birmingham, it looks like that bottom bracket actually has more people in it now in 2019 than it did in 2011, although the percentage is slightly better. And as Marcus said, we just need to make some changes and focus on income inequality and getting a educated, even if not traditionally educated, workforce together. And that's it. Back to you, Taylor.
All right. Thank you, Daryl, and great job to our large city profile team. So last but certainly not least, we will have Shan, Jasmine, and Michael, and they will be discussing business and opportunity and what they discovered in the data. So Shan, you can go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Taylor. Hi, I'm Shantaria Smith, and today our group will be discussing business and opportunities for the top 10 counties in Alabama. I want to briefly discuss Alabama's population. According to AL.com, only 6 counties added 10,000 people between the years 2010 and 2020. Domestic migration accounts for most of Alabama's population growth. Without migration and the growth of those 6 counties, Alabama's population would be headed backwards. We use data from census.gov to analyze the years 2010, 2015, and 2019. Be advised that throughout our presentation, dark blue will represent 2010, gold is 2015, and light blue is 2019. I first focus on unemployment. Chart 1 shows the unemployment rates for the top 10 counties. You will see that Calhoun County leads in unemployment, while Jefferson County, the largest county, comes in at number 3. Between 2010 and 2019, the unemployment rates for Calhoun County decreased by 8.3%. The remaining counties have all decreased between 5 and 7%, commendable. To continue to see improvements in unemployment rates across the state, we must ensure that our citizens are educated so that they will have the skills needed to be productive. When you look at the chart titled Less Than High School Education by County and Year, it shows the top 5 counties from the previous chart. As you can see on the far left, in 2010, Calhoun County was estimated to have had 12,000 people with less than a high school education. It only decreased by 4,000 people between 2010 and 2019. To the far right, you'll see Morgan County with a decrease of 5,000. Jefferson County decreased approximately 33%, while Mobile County has decreased approximately 19%. Calhoun County has the lowest estimate of those with less than a high school education, but the rate compared to the estimated total population in that area is higher. It can be argued that the high rate of those with less than a high school education contributes to the high rate of unemployment in that area. Starting cooperative education programs in these areas would be beneficial. Co-ops encourage graduates to not only complete high school, but they help promote maturity and develop much needed interpersonal skills. This program gives students the ability to use the knowledge and skills from the classroom in the workplace and allows them to try out different career options so that they can determine the career they want to pursue while earning high school credits through work experience. With the industry ever evolving, continuing education will be required to support our growing economy. New and expanded federally funded workforce development programs for those post-high school will also be necessary to provide job security and in turn improve the unemployment rates and boost the economy. Lastly, I want to discuss means of transportation to work. Alabama is the most car-reliant state in the country and has the smallest share of commuters using public transportation. The data gathered from the ACS 2019 5-year estimates show that only 0.003% of the state's workers use public transportation. If you look at the pie chart, you will see the estimated total of those who have no vehicle. If you are one of those without access to a vehicle, you may rely heavily on public transportation. Alabama is one of only 5 states that does not provide any state money for public transportation. This makes it hard for many people in poverty. On the chart titled Means of Transportation by County, you will see a few examples of transport options for those without vehicles. Walkers are represented in gold and bus riders in blue. There are more walkers than bus riders, and I'm sure this is optional for some, but not all. Transportation is not only needed to obtain and keep employment, but also for many other basic needs. Funding transportation will ensure that those seeking employment and job training programs have the reliable means to get there. I will now be passing it to Jasmine.
Thanks, Shantaria. Hello, I am Jasmine Powell, and I'm going to be talking about how the job industries have changed over the years 2010, 15, and 19. The data that is provided is filtered to show the top 10 counties in Alabama. As you can see, the job industries increased in 2015 and declined more so in 2010 and 19. The educational, healthcare, and social assistance industries has had a bigger increase than the other industries overall. There is a huge need for jobs in these fields, especially since the pandemic has been going on. Nurses, patient care techs, and other medical staff are needed, which will also require different levels of education for this industry. Based on this information presented, I believe there's an opportunity to strengthen and develop the healthcare field within high schools to increase that industry by using the programs that are available in schools. This will provide some of the students early access to becoming a certified nursing assistant by the time they graduate, and to go on to earn college credits towards retaining a nursing degree if they choose to do so. Retail trade is also another industry that will continue to grow because consumers will always need goods from others who offer them. Entrepreneurs and independent businesses are continuing to grow because a lot of people are working on selling what they enjoy doing, such as cooking, sewing, and designing products to sell to the public for income, which is also a great way to keep Alabama's job industries growing. This is a map that shows which industries dominate which county. As you can see, the educational, healthcare, and social assistance industries and the professional, scientific, management, and admin industries are the most dominating, which is also displayed in the previous chart. It will be beneficial to bring workforce programs into these counties to keep these industries growing. Thank you. Now we'll pass it on to Michael.
Thank you, Jasmine. Hello, my name is Michael Moore. It is a pleasure to meet each of you. With the graphics I'm presenting, I will display how salary dynamics have impacted the top 10 Alabama counties regarding business opportunities. The first chart reflects the average income for the top 10 counties in Alabama for the time frame indicated. Now, over the years, you see a shift in the ranking by county. For example, Madison County had the #1 ranking in 2010 with an average income of $38,000. In 2015, Shelby County assumed the #1 position of rank with an average income of $42,000. Also, Shelby County maintained the #1 rank in 2019. Throughout the time frame, we see a shift in county rankings. Now, from my research and analysis, the shift in ranking can be attributed to the following: the Alabama Department of Commerce campaign promoting rural Alabama for business ventures of all types and sizes. Alabama offers a variety of tax incentives that are attracted to new and existing businesses looking to expand their operations within the state. Now, some major tax incentives available for existing and potential business customers are premium site locations, optimum incentive packages, investment credits, and job credits. Also, low sales and income tax rates, affordable utilities, and an extremely low cost of living make it easy for businesses of all kinds to keep more of their hard-earned money and to accommodate minimum wage rate increases so badly needed. Now, finally, with this analysis, more than 40% of Alabama's population increase was due to net migration, a positive reflection that the state's attractiveness as a place to live and work is prominent. The second chart reflects the various income levels by percent of population for the top 10 counties. The ranking is based upon the highest percent of population with various income levels. Please note that the average income being the highest to $35,000 to $49,000, supports the analysis of the average income base previously displayed in my first chart. Now, over the years, we see a decrease in low income levels and an increase in high income levels. The decrease and positive increase in income levels can be attributed to a more educated workforce discussed earlier in the presentation. Also, although the median income level decreased in 2019, we see an increase in other high income levels. Now, our final chart reflects the salary level by gender. Again, we see the decrease in lower income levels and a positive increase in the higher income levels. More males in higher income levels than females. The difference in income levels can be attributed to men working longer than women and higher in inequities. Also, women are progressively toward the higher income levels due to diversity and inclusion initiatives by existing and new businesses. Now, on behalf of all the Cohort 15 data analytic candidates, thank you for your time, and we hope we have left you with new insights on today regarding the state of Alabama. Now I will pass it back to Taylor Abney.
All right, thanks, Mike. That was great. Great job to all of the teams. I really can't tell you enough how proud I am of all the hard work you guys have put in. So now let me be the first to congratulate you on completing your demo day presentation. I'm really excited to see what you guys do next in your data journey. And so now I'm going to hand it back over to the one and only Catherine Zahara.
Hello, congratulations, y'all. That was, as the chat has been saying, some really powerful information that we all want to kind of look more into, I'm sure. So I'd like to open to our judges for a few minutes to ask our data groups if any questions. So judges, if you want to kind of start on with your questions.
Sure, I'll hop in. To your point about wanting to know more from these wonderful stats, if we could go back to group one, I'd love to hear, did you find any of these trends surprising? What are the key takeaways I should get from your data?
I can definitely speak to my own data and maybe a little bit to some of my team members, but I think that I definitely found it surprising just how many people weren't getting four-year degrees. I think growing up, I had always heard that it was like, that's the thing, you go to college and you get the degree, and you know what I mean? So I think to see that that wasn't quite the case of what was going on was really impactful. And I think that people should definitely be taking away from that, we kind of have to change the job market and update everything to what we're really seeing in real time. I think when it comes to population, I know that Barbara and I were both really surprised to see that Walker County's deaths are now more than the births. That seems like something that is just shocking. We didn't see that in any other counties. It was just that one. And overall, I think that would just tell us to look a little bit more into what's going on in Walker County. Are people moving away? Are there less families? What's really making that go down? But yeah, I think that we were definitely surprised to see a lot of different things that we did. Yeah.
Thank you.
I have a question for group 2. How did you land on this as your topic? What kind of motivated you?
So we began by looking at enrollment numbers on the census data site. And there's so much with data, so much education data out there that it's very hard to narrow it down. But once we got looking at the proficiency rates in those districts and then kind of pulling back into the broadband information and demographics, we said, this is something impactful that we want to focus on.
Thank you. Nice job, by the way.
Yeah, so I have a question for group 3. And first, I'd like to say congrats to everyone. Y'all did an amazing job. But group 3, I'll say, I guess I found it surprisingly just how fast Huntsville is growing and just kind of seeing it compared to Birmingham. And I'm curious if there was anything that jumped out to you all that you all found unexpected as you were doing this research. You're muted.
Yes, especially seeing the growth of Huntsville in comparison with the growth with Tuscaloosa, in comparison to the decline in Mobile and Montgomery. It was interesting seeing these cities that were having more population and higher on this list of cities dropping, and seeing other cities that were lower making their way towards the top.
Thank you.
I guess for me, from an income and poverty perspective, what I looked at, what I saw is over the time frame, those areas that had impoverished populations definitely had a harder time moving from that. Those middle incomes were able to go from middle incomes to higher incomes, but most of those lower incomes were stagnant where they were, and those that grew in Hoover and Huntsville specifically, they didn't have that issue to begin with. They, at least to begin with, being from where our data started.
Daryl, while you're on the spot, what did you use to create the box plots?
I used Power BI and then to clean, and then I put it in Tableau, and then I had to record it on OBS to put it on onto PowerPoint, but it was in Tableau.
Got it. Thank you.
I think
I have
as
a
for me,
question. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say that I think the most shocking thing in researching this for me was seeing Montgomery kind of dig their hole even more deeper than what it already is, as far as the state of the city goes. And some of the research that I was doing in the educational system, they were doing grading fraud. And that was found out. And because that was found out, now they're struggling even more trying to get additional funding for education and things of that nature. And because of that as well, no one trusts the school systems, the educational system in the Montgomery area. So no one will want to move to that area if they don't believe they're going to learn or anything like that. So that's also affecting Montgomery's decline.
I had a question for the fourth group. If anyone in the group could tell me just in the simplest terms, what do you think the overall takeaway from your research is? What is your sort of big idea behind everything, and maybe how you might approach solutioning to that problem?
My overall takeaway was that Alabama could very well be headed backwards. And in order to encourage people to move to the state, we have to have jobs available for them. And also to encourage companies to come to the state, we have to have the employees available. So we need job training programs so that they can staff, Amazon, Shipt, and all these different companies. That was my biggest takeaway, is that we just need job training, and we definitely need to make a way for people to make money, because if you're in poverty and you can't afford a vehicle, and then they're offering 5 miles down the road, which is a long walk, for you to learn how to do tech, and you can possibly get a job, but you can't get there. You don't want to walk 5 miles to and from. We need to fund public transportation. So that was my biggest takeaway. Jasmine and Mike, do you all want to add?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity to share. My biggest takeaway is that it's opening up opportunity for entrepreneurship and getting people to embrace entrepreneurship more in these new developing counties where everybody's migrating to, so that, as Jasmine mentioned earlier, they can go into service-oriented professions that would meet the needs of those new communities that are being established. Thank you for letting me share.
And my biggest takeaway, I feel like you need programs in schools early on to prepare you to get a job in the industry, such as, because Alabama in general is a big healthcare, field. It's a big, mostly especially Birmingham, it's a hospital oriented, downtown, the whole downtown is a hospital. So, I feel like it'll just prepare you if you start early on. You know, you can get credits you can become a nurse faster if you get some practice in high school. So thank you.
Great, thank you, everyone. And thank you, data analytics class. I'm floored. I'm so blown away with all the hard work that you've done this cohort. So now we will move on to our web development class, and I will kick it off to Josh Hearn, our web development instructor, who will be introducing some of the projects.
Thank you, Catherine. Okay, so first of all, congratulations to all of cohort 15. You can look back over these 3.5 months, like Catherine was saying at the beginning, and find that it was a significant undertaking. It's extremely difficult. I hope that you all take a moment to recognize and commend yourself for meeting the challenge. A lot of people back out and stuff. I think the people that get to the end of this already have put themselves in a great group of people. So congratulations. The willingness to meet those challenges and learn new technologies quickly is going to serve as a great foundation for your career in the tech field. So congratulations, guys. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our web development teaching assistants for cohort 15, Garrett Harris and Jake Levette. Although Jake has moved on in his career, he still he deserves a shout out for the hard work that he and Garrett put into this class. So congratulations to both of you guys as well. So now let's move on to our presentations. So our first team allows users to track sales on consumer goods with their application, Tiger Tracker. Now I'm going to pass it off to Mallory Corbin to tell you about it. Mallory.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Josh. And thank you to the audience and the judges for being here today with us. I'm Mallory, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys about our app, the Tiger Tracker app. I personally worked on the modals for our website, as well as assisting with the homepage design and a few other front-end design implementations. The features that I worked on allowed to give our user a more pleasant login experience and let them know exactly when they've successfully tracked a new item.
Hello, my name is Brandon Varner. I worked on the back end and admin routes and a bit of front end design work as well. I also helped bring the wireframe design to life on the front end and collaborated with my colleague Temple.
My name is Nick, and I worked on the front end as well, along with the admin routes and admin page of our project. And these features will allow administrators to add new products to the database and let newcomers view the info as it goes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Temple. I worked on the database, the backend routes and queries, our products page, and I also designed the wireframe that became our website's homepage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Garcia. I worked on the navigation, routing, and front end. I will now hand it to Mallory. She's going to tell you more about our website.
Thanks, Louise. As I'm sure all of you know, the holiday season is upon us, and millions of Americans are about to spend their hard-earned money at big retail corporations in just the next few weeks. Maybe even some of you here today have already got your eyes set on a new phone, a new TV, or a video game console. Are you going to be giving your money to Amazon? Have you decided to patron Walmart or GameStop? How do you know that you're giving the best deal? The team at the Tiger Tracker app has stepped up to answer these questions and bridge the gap between the everyday consumer and these large mega corporations. Instead of chasing deals yourself, you now have a single solution that does all the legwork for you, allowing you to reclaim your valuable time with loved ones. Once you sign up for our app, you're immediately able to shop and save products that you're interested in. Once the Tiger Tracker knows what products you're trying to track, we begin searching retailers' APIs using the publicly available data that they have on their websites to price check your items. Our backend pings APIs every minute to check and see if your products have been placed on sale. And if they have been placed on sale, you'll be immediately notified by email. As of right now, we are only watching Best Buy's API, but we do plan to go back as time goes on and expand our APIs to search Target, Walmart, Amazon, and more.
So let's talk a little bit about the email functionality of the website. As my colleague Mallory mentioned, once our backend detects that an item has gone on sale, it immediately hits our database, updates the information about the product, and then it grabs the user's information of each user who's following the product. That includes their name and email, as well as an image of the product, a description, the regular price of the item, the sale price of the item, and the retailer where the item is on sale. And so when someone gets an email, it would look something like this. You can see the image here at the top. Naturally, it tells the consumer that the item is on sale, gives them a little personal greeting, lets them know the item that they've been tracking is on sale, gives them the original price and the amount of money that they're going to pay now that the product is on sale. And lastly, it lets the user know which site they'll be going to once they navigate to the site to check for the sale. The site's database keeps track of how often someone has been emailed about a sale. And so once they're emailed about a sale that's happening, they will not receive another email until 3 days later, unless the same item is found to be on sale at a lower price at another retailer. As far as profitability goes, we will be sending out limited time pounce deals that the user can take advantage of. These deals are blasted out to people on the email list who are following products in the same category as items that we are putting on sale. So for example, if you were looking at a blender, you might get a pounce deal for a mixer, but you would not get a pounce deal for a Fitbit. This has been the Tiger Tracker. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for coming out, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Awesome. Okay. This next Teams app connects pets in need of adoption with potential owners. Here is Kaylee to guide you through their app. Kaylee?
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Kaylee, and I'm so excited to be here today. Our site is named Fetch, and I worked on the front-end development of the pets page. We created Fetch to help connect future pet owners with pets in need of a home. Fetch provides a convenient way to search for pets in the area. Our site presents a list of dogs and cats in the Alabama area that are available for adoption. These pets can be added to your own personal favorites list, so all your favorite animals are in one place. Now, Richard's going to tell you a little more about how our site works.
Thank you so much, Kaylee. Hello, everyone. Good morning. As Kaylee said, my name is Richard. I worked on the back end by establishing a database that would store our users and by also making a connection to Pet Finder's API. Now, as you can see on our front page here, our homepage, I'm just going to kind of walk you through what the site would look like if you were visiting as a user. So as you can see here, we have our overview that says, welcome to Fetch. There are over 6,000 animals in our system that are ready to be adopted at any moment. And Fetch makes that a lot easier for potential dog and cat and other pet owners to get in contact with the friend of their choice. Now, you can see at the top, actually, we have our nav bar up here where we can see the favorites tab, login modal, and a sign up modal. A little on that later, but let's keep looking at some of these success stories. A few testimonials, right? Like Jake and Skipper, where we can see that Jake used Fetch to find Skipper in 2017, and they've been happy for 4 years. And that's the goal here, right? We want people to be able to adopt animals because they're being euthanized at a dramatic rate. And now if you adopt instead of buying an animal, that can not only provide you with a friend for life, but it also saves up shelter space for other animals that may need it. So we wanted to include also a list of our sponsors down below. And so if anyone was interested in sponsoring Fetch, they would be showcased on the website. Now let's go through the sign up process. So for new users, they would just come here to the home page and put in their information. As you can see here, it's registering the users. All of that information is being logged into the database, and it will immediately route them to their profile page. On the profile page, it shows all of their information. And we also have this pop-up here that allows them to change their name or change their email address or their password anytime that they desire. Now, once you are logged in, you can easily go to this page where you can find your perfect pet. And let's say you run into Daisy, and you favorite her because you're interested in her. You can see up here that it pops up as saving her to your favorites list. We'll do the same for Allie and for Luna. And let's get a dog, Malcolm. So now we have all of these pets saved. You can see them here in the saved pets list. Now, let's say you come back to your profile, right? Daisy's been adopted, which good for her, but now there's no way for us to get in contact with her. So what we would need to do is just unfavorite, and you can do that easily at the click of a button. And now let's actually go back because I wanted to showcase one more thing. If you favorite a few pets and you do log out, right, it'll reroute you to the home page. But as soon as you come back, it's as easy as logging back in. And all of your pets are still there. So that is Fetch in a nutshell. Now, I wanted to pass it on to the rest of our team so that they could properly introduce themselves.
Hi, everyone, and thank you all for being here. I'm Lauren, and I worked on the front end for Fetch, as well as providing a few design assets. I designed and implemented the functionality for the homepage, the nav bar, the sign up and login modals, the loading screen, and the favorites page.
Hi, everybody. I'm Abdul, and I work on the profile page along with helping around with anything anybody else needed. I want to thank Jake, Josh, and Gary, though, for really teaching us all this stuff.
And I'm Amara. I worked on the back end with the database and routing to the APIs. On behalf of me and my team, we'd like to thank not only the judges, but all the family and friends in attendance for checking out our website, Fetch. Back to you, Josh.
Mara. Yeah, great job, guys. Okay, our third team has built an application that filters skincare products. And here to present it is Becca Allen. Becca.
Hello, thank you all for being here today. I'm Becca, and I'll be presenting Skin Glow, a platform that verifies whether skincare products are compatible. While skincare has increased in popularity in the last few years, finding out what ingredients work well together or will cause a mishap still requires a lot of legwork. Consulting a dermatologist or purchasing a skincare system from a single source is often expensive and time-consuming, and we know it'd be much simpler just to Google the answer. So to create our site, we have gathered information from hundreds of the top skincare brands. We intentionally included products from high and low-end price ranges to accommodate a broader user demographic. Our team understands how overwhelming it can be to find an effective and soothing skincare regimen. We provide clear answers that don't require having a chemistry degree to decipher. When researching products myself, I found ingredients lists that are a mile long, words that are difficult to pronounce, and some ingredients that go by many different names. Combining the wrong products can sometimes result in skin irritation, inflammation, and even long-term damage to skin. We want our users to know that we have their back and their skin. Here you can see feedback from users of our site detailing how effortless it is to use our interface and the peace of mind it provides. We utilized React and Bootstrap when building the front end of our website. And not wanting our users to stress or guess, we selected a calming color scheme and designed an uncomplicated interface. Again, I'm Becca, and I worked on the wireframe, front end, and created the custom search bar component and feedback modal. Before we dive in, I'd like to introduce you to the rest of our team. Cameron, Jawan, Kiwana, and Genesis, who will be telling us more about our database and how our comparison system works.
Hey, I'm Cam, and I worked on configuring product photos and creating the database.
Hi, I'm Jawan. I worked on the back end, creating the product database, providing conflicts and comparisons for the products and back end routing.
Hi, I'm Kiwana, and I worked on the wireframe
back-end and front-end interactivity.
Hey, I'm Genesis. I helped with the front end and researching product knowledge. I wanted to briefly talk about how we organize our products to optimize user experience and how easy our website is to use. We combed through thousands of products, identified active ingredients and conflicts in our database. As you can see here, the user will be able to select 2 products to compare the active ingredients, and our custom search bar will suggest possible matches, helping to narrow the scope of thousands of products we source from an external database. Upon submitting the products, they will be filtered through a database we built using SQL. Our system tracks conflicting ingredients, stores incompatible matches, and configures a product photo to display. We made sure to account for ingredients that went by various names. If there is a conflict, they will see it's not a match and see an explanation that specifies why they are not compatible. As shown on this page, the reason we provide does not include overly scientific jargon. Our feedback educates the user by identifying why they are incompatible. And this also explains what may happen if they were to combine the 2 products. To demonstrate, here are 2 more products that, spoiler alert, are not a match. Similar to our first example that compared an exfoliant and a moisturizing cream containing incompatible products, this example also identifies different conflicting acids. We let the user know that the niacinamide in Alpha H's liquid gold and the beta hydroxy in the UFO facial oil is the reason for the mismatch. They can go back and compare more products. If upon submit, no conflicts are detected in the database, they will see receive the affirmative, it's a match. Although we have a large database, we are always adding new products. We made it super simple to suggest a missing product. Just type in the name and the brand of the product, hit the submit button at the bottom, and our team will review the submission. It's that easy. Thank you for joining us for our demonstration of how Skin Glow works. And now back to you, Garrett.
Great job, guys. I'm Garrett. I'm the TA for the web dev class, as Josh said, and I'm going to be introing the next 3 teams. So next up, we have Who Tasked It, a task management app with a dark twist. And here to tell you about it is Drew.
Welcome, attendees. It's so good to see everyone. Thank you all for coming. This is Who Tasked It, a task management web application with a strange secret. Grocery lists, task lists, whatever your tasking needs, you can make surefire progress while tracking your to-dos with this web app. While you work, a very busy detective loiters nearby. Sadly, they forgot their own notebook, so they'll be using the other page in yours. As you make lists and complete tasks, the detective writes imaginative sentences on the other page, leaving you to wonder what it all means. That is, until they write the murder mystery in your notebook. As we all know, time and crime wait for no one but you, that is. You can switch lists, refresh the page, or leave the web app altogether and come back later for your unfinished to-dos. If we forget our history, will we repeat it? Well, our users won't. Solved mysteries are available to read in your notebook, even if you finished with a to-do list they came from. Have fun finishing your to-do list and uncovering the truth as our back-end superhero David walks you through our features.
Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it. So this is our custom login page. It allows users to log in with a username and password of their choosing, so their precious journal stays locked up tight when not in use. When logged in, all present task lists and solved mysteries are shown to the user. The flipbook component is an original design coded with React JavaScript, built to allow the user to flip seamlessly between the pages. From the Save To-Do List page, users can choose to access old to-do lists that still need some work, or they can create entirely new lists for any upcoming needs. You can go do something else in the same tab or close out completely, and then come right back to the web app to keep up that momentum. Your list will stick around. On the page for solved mysteries, users can experience their past mysteries all over again using our backlog. Users can select from a list of their truncated stories and pop them out to read the whole thing. Every mystery is a new journey, so why not revisit them? On the to-do list page, On the to-do list page, a user can create and complete to-do items from a list they create. When a user clicks a check mark, the web app marks it complete and deletes it from your list. Your progress helps the detective solve their own problems, so the mystery appears as you work. The clues and stories are part of a carefully assembled system that generates a different mystery every time, so there's always something new to see. Users can also listen to an ambient jazz tune to heighten the mood. And that concludes the features of our app. My name is David Robinette, and I worked on the back end. I created the database and the API that we used for this project. With that, I'll hand it off to our front-end specialist, Haley Hunter.
Hi, everyone. I'm Haley. I was responsible for the user interface elements of Who Tasked It. I built out the flipbook component and its pages using JavaScript and implemented them into React. I also worked on the design and styling of the application. And now here's Ashton to tell you about his contributions. Ashton?
Hello, I'm Ashton. I worked on the front-end development side of this project to bring this web app to life. I also built the login interface you saw earlier and added a touch of mystery with a custom cursor. Now, I'll hand it back to Drew to wrap things up.
Thank you, Grayley, David, Haley, and Ashton. It's been a wonder to work together. I have been your presenter, Drew. I worked on the UI UX design for the project and designed the writing system that allows our clues and stories to be different every single time. We're honored that everyone is here today. We had a great time building this app and putting our best foot forward, and it's our greatest pleasure that we can show it off. Thank you all for attending, and this has been Who Tasked It, the murder mystery task management web app. We look forward to your questions, and now back to Garrett.
Awesome job, guys. So next up, we have Good Eats, an app that aims to bring people together through food. And here to tell you about it is Whitney.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. The team and I would like to share with you a new platform for foodies all over Birmingham. I'd like to introduce you to Good Eats. When we were developing this app, we wanted to connect people, places, and personalities through food. In a world nowadays that seems so divided, we wanted to bring people together with something that all walks of life have in common: food. Food has a connection that we all can relate to and share and enjoy together. So we wanted to bring that to a social media platform. Good Eats is a new online social community for the new boom of online foodies emerging all over, especially here in our city. Think of Good Eats as like an Instagram, where you post all of your foodie fam in a community where it will be appreciated by others just like you. So let's take a look at the app. So once you land on Good Eats homepage, you can use our interactive map to look around and see pins placed on the map showing you where you can see posts from real people here in the local Birmingham metro area. With one click of a pin, the map will give you a small preview of posts from users showing off some of their tasty Good Eats. But there's more. With one click, you can be taken to a page to see info about where these users are currently dining. You can even go to users page and see just the posts from them showing off their own eating adventures. Our community is vastly growing, not only with users, but with restaurants too. The restaurants have a way of putting themselves on our map, literally. It's so easy. All you have to do is click on the restaurant sign up button, fill out and submit the form, then boom, a new pin on the map where users can show off their good foodie pics. We were able to execute our new social media platform by using some of the skills that we have learned here at Innovate Birmingham. We flexed our skills to bring Good Eats to life. We used our map components to give our homepage some style while still keeping the functionality of the map. We have our well-executed database that holds and collects our information for our users and our restaurants' data information. And we use TypeScript and React so that we could have a stylish yet functional page. Our goal with this project was to give people who are passionate about food, dining, and the growing food scene here in the Magic City a place to come together and share their love of Good Eats. Now, let's introduce the team. My name is Whitney Yelling. I worked on the back end and some of the styling for the website.
Hi, my name is Elliot. I worked on the map component, the wireframe, the front end, and some of the styling for the website.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I worked on the backend development, routes and queries, and working with the database to hold user restaurant information.
I'm Quincy. I helped Elliot with the front end and some styling.
Thank you all so much for taking the time to listen to us. Thank you to the teachers and instructors at Innovate Birmingham, the family and friends that joined us today. We hope to see you all on our Good Eats page. Have a great afternoon. Back to you, Garrett.
Awesome job, guys. So last but not least, we have Magic City Music, an app who aims to highlight local musicians in the Birmingham area. And here to tell you about it is Sam.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sam Eastman. Thank you all for being here. I helped work on the and styling for Magic City Music, and here to tell you more is Brianna.
And my name is Brianna McElhenney. I worked on the back end and a little bit on the front.
Hi, my name is Margaret. I worked on database design and back end.
Hi, my name is Gerald Craig, and I worked on the front end for this project. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start off by welcoming the judges, family, friends, staff, colleagues, employers, and the greater Birmingham community who came to watch our presentations. We really appreciate your support. When brainstorming on what we should create for a project, we wanted to find something that everyone could relate to. And we ended up realizing that something is music. The amazing bond that music creates between people is something truly special. The musicians who are driven to create these bonds are also very special. Now, what better way to continue these special moments other than promoting our local Birmingham musical creatives? These very things led to the creation of our website, Magic City Music. The idea behind Magic City Music was to create a very simple and easy to use platform to promote our local Birmingham musical creatives. If you scroll down the website, you will see that the artist section is filled with pictures. If you decide that this artist seems interesting, or maybe you recognize the name, then you may click on the picture. After you click on the picture, you'll be taken to another page that goes into more detail about the artist. If you look towards the lower left, If you look towards the top left, you will be able to see a picture of the artist. If you look towards the lower left, you will be able to listen to a snippet of their music from the Spotify API. If you look underneath the Spotify API, you will be able to see a social media icon for every social media they have. Clicking on one of these icons will send you to their profile for that platform. If you look towards the middle, you may read a short biography of what the artist thinks you should know. If you look towards the right, you'll be able to learn a few more things about the artist regarding their date of birth, age, hometown, and zodiac sign. Now, let's go back to the homepage. If you scroll down under the artist section, you will also see an upcoming events section filled with the most recent upcoming events for all artists on the platform. If you see an event you may be interested in, you may click on the event. Clicking on any one of these events will also send you to the registration page for that event. Last but not least, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you will see our contact information. You may email us at magiccitymusic@media.com to recommend any local Birmingham artist that you think deserves more promotion. And you may also email us to promote any Birmingham musical event that you think should be promoted on our platform. I want to end off by giving a big thank you to Innovate Birmingham for giving us the opportunity to strengthen our coding skills, character, and connections that have and will continue to help us propel forward in life. Also want to thank my team for working extremely hard to get this project done and not giving up when things got tough. I hope that all of you enjoyed our presentation, and I want to thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Now back to Garrett.
Awesome job, guys. So now I'm going to pass it off to Catherine to keep everything going.
All right. Great job, y'all. I'm so impressed with the quality and creativity that y'all have. The things you've come up with. So now I'd like to open it up to our judges to ask questions of our 6 groups. So judges, if you want to take it away.
a question for the Skin Glow group 3. How did you uncover the data about which ingredients did not match with each other?
So I actually help with that portion. I am actually a skincare, I like researching, doing all that. So most of it was like from my knowledge. And then I also went and double checked everything. So we made sure just to research all the products that we were putting in there to see what the contradictions were. But a lot of it was from just things that I had learned myself about skincare.
Following up on that, how do you structure your database as far as like incompatibilities in the ingredients, or are you sort of, if you could talk through that process a little bit.
What we did actually was go through the ingredients, because what we found that there was competing acids for most the ones that didn't match. So we just went through and did the conflicts for those and had written them out.
I had a question for the Fetch group. Really nice job, everyone, on all your presentations and projects, but specifically for Fetch, your UI really stood out to me. Working in design, obviously that is something I'm going to notice, but I wanted to know where you got your design inspiration from.
I can answer that. I usually, when I make a design, I like to browse Dribbble and look at other websites that are doing a similar thing. So it was just kind of like an amalgamation of various Dribbble designs and just experimenting in Figma. And thank you, by the way, for saying you liked it.
And I wanted to give Lauren a shout out because she's amazing at website design.
Yes, very much so.
Hi, I've got a question for the first group. Tiger, love the pound steals. If I do a quick Google search, I'm going to see a lot of sites and apps that say they compare deals, help you find the best ones. I found, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Soompa, ScanLife, Consumer, The Find. What is unique about what's unique about Tiger?
Well, first of all, we have the cutest name out of all of them. So that's step one. But secondly, I think what sets this product apart is the immediacy of it, in terms of like all of these help you compare things, and they may send you an email or notification or something like that, but I just don't know how often they're checking for deals. And I followed stock trackers before trying to get electronics, and it seems like by the time I hear about a deal, it's all gone. And so I feel like the immediacy is really what sets it apart. Yeah, that's my answer.
Can I piggyback off of that, Brandon?
Hey, I'll be offended if you didn't.
Yeah, I would also like to say one of the things that we did differently with our approach was really trying to value what consumers wanted in the app. So, same as you, I'm familiar with all of these apps, but I, for one, hate getting spammed emails. So that's something we really wanted to make sure we did differently. We're not here to, take advantage of you guys anyway. We are customers ourselves, and we wanted to deliver a product that we know customers would like.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Can I have one person?
Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I got a question for group number 4. So I know to-do apps are a pretty common thing, and I'm really curious about how did y'all decide to like really make your to-do website stand out and go with a mystery kind of like gaming idea? I'm really curious about like where the inspiration came from and how y'all chose to go down that path with your to-do website.
Well,
I'm
sorry,
on
Haley,
that.
did you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'll speak on it
Okay,
really
yeah.
fast. So that's kind of how we started off with our brainstorming about the app. We were like, how do we take the mundane task of a to-do list and make it exciting or something that someone would want to come back to, time and time again. So we gamified it. We made it, something that is as fun as Clue. And we thought that would be a great way to bring our user back and keep them interested in the app.
Okay. I'd love to, just as a developer myself, I'd love to hear the technology stack for each of these projects. If I can have one person from each team sort of give me the rundown of how you built it, what you used, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Start with team one. Yeah.
Yeah. All of our tech stacks were very similar. We mostly relied on React and Bootstrap for the front end, MySQL for the database, and connected both of them with like Node.js and Express.js as well. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's going to be everybody. It's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the same for us, React, Bootstrap. Like Lauren said earlier, she used a lot of Figma stuff as inspiration for the front end and how kind of the UI would look. So yeah, pretty similar for all groups probably, because that was what the main framework was that we all used throughout like our training in the cohort.
Yeah, we also pretty much use the same stack.
Any questions for the Good Eats group, group 5 or group 6, the Magic City Music?
Yeah, I had one for Magic City Music also. How are you sourcing all of your information, both events and musicians? Is that fully manual, or are you integrating with a third-party API to source those?
So the artists on our platform, when they make a submission to us, they'll also tell us about their upcoming events, and then we just insert it ourselves.
And I have a question for the Good Eats group. How do you prevent people from posting non-food pictures?
Well, I think that just kind of goes into, I don't think we have a way of blocking them, but I think making sure that we focus our attention on our core audience, which is going to be people who are like myself, take pictures of their food before they eat them. I think our pitch to that demographic will be specifically to them. I mean, I don't want to compare it to Yelp because I don't want it to be a review thing. It is mostly to just show people where we're eating. I know word of mouth for restaurants, me being in the hospitality industry before, word of mouth gets you customers. Like that's just how it goes. And I wanted this to be a word of mouth. We wanted this to be a word of mouth platform just to share. I would think it would be kind of odd for somebody to post boots on, a pair of shoes that they found when it's a restaurant platform. So yeah.
I want to add something on group 6. Our database, we pretty much just chose some of the local bands ourselves as far as the just this information or whatever to put in the back end for the music and events table, just to pretty much put it out there. Yeah, some more information about that.
All right, well, thank you all. Thank judges for asking some really great questions and giving our participants an opportunity to answer them and give some more thought into how they developed their projects and what they came up with to make those really shine. So at this time, I will ask the judges to go into the other Zoom link that we sent you for to deliberate and to review all of the projects. And in the meantime, I will hand things off to Amy to show a brief video for our graduates.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Both we have a video and then we have an alumni council speaker. So without further ado, I will go ahead and start the video.
Hi, Cohort 15. Thank you for being part of the Innovate Birmingham family. I cannot wait to hear about all of the great things that you go on to do and look forward to seeing you at future Innovate Birmingham alumni events. Congratulations.
Hello, Cohort 15. Congratulations on everything you guys have achieved in the past 14 weeks. It's certainly been a roller coaster ride, but each of you has worked extremely hard to get to this point, and I think that hard work has showed in your presentations. It's been great getting to know each and every one of you and watch you all grow through this entire process, and I wish all of you nothing but the best in your next steps.
All right, you can officially take a bow, Cohort 15. You made it through 14 intense weeks. You made it through demo day. Now you've just got the rest of your career ahead of you. Congrats, guys.
What's up, Cohort 15? Listen, no one really talks about how hard it actually is to decide to change your life and change your career, and then actually do it. And you can think a lot about what you've learned over the 14 weeks you've been in this boot camp. You may have confirmed you already understood things, or you may have gained a new approach. But in any case, these skills you've developed are going to last you for a lifetime. I can't be more proud of you. Congratulations on your demo day.
Hey, just wanted to give you guys another congratulations. You guys have worked so hard to have gotten here. It's such a tough boot camp to get through, and you guys have done it. So congratulations, and get out there in the workforce, and you guys are going to do great. I know it. So yeah, make sure you guys stay in touch with us, please, and hit us up on Discord. And yeah, congratulations, guys.
Hey guys, just wanted to say that I'm super proud of you guys for making it this far, and I'm super excited to see where you end up.
Hey, Cohort 15. We here at Innovate Birmingham are so proud of you and all you have accomplished. We know that you guys are going to go out there and do all of the awesome things. We're here for you and we love you. Congratulations.
Hey, Cohort 15. Y'all did such a good job, and I loved getting to know you. You did some awesome work during your time with Innovate, and I'm excited to see what you come up with next.
Hey, Cohort 15. Eli Davis here from the Alumni Council, Cohort 13. 7 months ago, I was sitting exactly where you all are right now, about to cross the finish line of a monumentous 14 weeks. Demo day is upon you. I know you guys will bring it. I cannot wait to see the talent, the skill that you bring to the Birmingham Tech Spheres on demo day.
Congratulations, you did it. Woohoo!
hope y'all all enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun to make, I can tell you that. Next we have Derek Strong as our alumni speaker. He is a graduate in web development from Cohort 11 and is now a software developer for UAB. He's also a very involved member of the Alumni Council. It's my honor to present him. Derek, thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Amy. Like Amy said, my name is Derek Strong, and I'm super excited to be here to congratulate all of y'all on making it to demo day. Like she said, I completed the program here at IB as a web dev in Cohort 11. Prior to starting the program, I was a marketing consultant. The pandemic happened, and well, I decided to switch gears. I had some previous experience as a developer, but didn't really dive into my career until now. But thanks to Kanye's workout plan, Innovate Birmingham, I'm happy to say I'm currently an enterprise level software developer at UAB Medicine. Day to day, I work on building software applications that directly impact the lives of patients, doctors, staff, and families, not here in Birmingham, but across the entire state. And for me, that changed the game in terms of how my career contributes to society. As a former student, I understand the hard work, long nights, and personal sacrifices that you've had to endure over the last few months. And that's not a small task. So pat yourself on the back and for that achievement alone. Being here today means that each one of you made a decision to put in the hard work in order to better your future. No matter what the judges decide, today is payday. So enjoy it and celebrate this win. Understand that tomorrow will bring a new set of challenges as you go out to the workforce and start your careers in tech. And that can be scary, but don't fret. As a member of the Innovate Birmingham's Alumni Council, I'm here to tell you that we have your back. The council is composed of former IB graduates who are dedicated to serving current students and fellow alumni. We aim to bridge the gap between graduation and job placement and beyond. We provide resources, personal development opportunities, and more. We meet monthly and Slack daily in order to collaborate and coordinate various workshops and other events so that we can help you and other cohorts as the years progress. We strongly encourage all of you to find ways to help future cohorts. The council will be opening up nominations for new members soon. Members serve a 1 to 2 year term and have the opportunity to serve on various committees. We put out a monthly newsletter with important news regarding IB alumni, local tech events, and jobs. Contributing to the council is an honor, and it's a great way to give back to the program. Ultimately, we hope to build a community of skilled tech who can contribute to the overall job pool here in Birmingham. And I'm proud to say that you are now a part of that skilled tech talent. Again, I want to congratulate all of you on your hard work, all the long hours, these amazing projects, and all the time you invested in yourself. You can find me on LinkedIn or Discord. If you don't have a profile, set one up today. Again, I'm Derek Strong. Thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you, Derek. As Amy said, I can't put into words how important it is and how special it is that we have our alumni to continue to come back and support our participants. And I'm really excited to be introducing a whole new group of folks into that really special group. I know that y'all will keep coming back and helping the next class with answering questions and helping them prepare for what can be a really, as y'all found, a really difficult and rigorous program, and help you thrive and shine through that. So before our judges, as they're winding down, I also just wanted to give one more big thank you to everyone for being here today. And really just to say that this program is not possible without our supporters. That includes the friends and family that really make this happen for our participants, but as well our employer partners that help train and hire our participants and our graduates, and for our donors as well. If you'd like to provide a donation, or we're always accepting those online at innovatebham.com/donate. Or if you're interested in volunteering and providing some of your time, or want to talk about other partnership opportunities, you can do that through our website or email info@innovatebham.com, and we will get back to you to have a further conversation. It looks like more of our judges are back. Maggie, are you back yet? Not sure if Maggie is back yet. Oh, here she is. Okay. So while, as everyone has said, everyone here is a winner. Y'all have done such an amazing job. I'm so, so proud of you. But our judges have deliberated, and Maggie has the winners, who will each be receiving a year subscription to LinkedIn Learning. So Maggie, here you go.
Okay, for the data class, the winner is Group 2, Education Stats. Okay, and for Web Dev, the winner is Group 3, Skin Glow. Woo.
Congratulations, everybody. It is so, so exciting. Y'all did such an amazing job. And I really want all of, to really dig into more of that data and have access to all those websites. They seem really helpful and amazing. So everyone, I just finally want to just say congratulations to our winners, and really congratulations to all of our participants. I look forward to seeing y'all continue to grow in your tech careers, and can't wait to hear where you end up. So thank you all for coming and for attending Demo Day for Cohort 15. That's it for all of us. Have a great day.
Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's so good to have you all here today. Thank you.
Thank you.